I had all these emotions coming up. I had to, process them. And that's what I did. Dude, it was so much work. I was doing so much healing. I was trying all these exercises to let go of these feelings. I was meditating, I was journaling, writing letters. I was screaming. There was laughs here and there. There was lots of crying. It was just, so freeing to just feel. And even with the past emotions, they were still there because I hadn't let them go. I hadn't felt them because I was just numbing my soul. So I was feeling it. I was feeling it all. And during all that, during feeling them, there was a lot of reflection too. Just reflecting on how I responded to that before. It made me feel stronger, and I saw myself with lots of courage and lots of potential to become better because I was actually feeling it now. I was allowing myself to feel instead of numbing myself and worrying about what others were going to think about me for feeling a certain type of way towards a certain event, towards whatever. But I just stopped giving a fuck, because I wanted change and I wanted to be free. I wanted to feel my emotions and I wanted to let them go. Don't ever be ashamed of feeling any certain way towards anything, towards anybody. You feel however you want to feel. Who cares how others are going to see you, what they're going to say? People react differently to a same situation. There's no right or wrong feelings about somebody, about something. Our feelings are very different. My feelings towards something might be very different than your feelings towards that. My feelings towards a person might be very different than your feelings towards the same person. We're just very different, and we shouldn't compare our feelings. We feel however we want to feel. And that's why it's like when people are trying to tell you how you feel, that's another thing too. When people were just trying to tell me how I feel, that's where I felt I was giving them lots of control over my feelings. When people ask you, why are you mad? Why are you sad? Like, how do you know I'm mad? How do you know I'm sad? And I would be like, well, you think I'm mad? Well, now I'm going to be mad. And that you shouldn't react like that. You should let them know. Build a boundary. I didn't like that. I didn't like when people told me that, where they automatically assumed I felt a certain type of way. So I built a boundary. I didn't like it. And I didn't like it because it would take me back, because I felt like they were being manipulative. I felt anger towards me because it was just me allowing myself to feel what they said I was feeling. A lot of people would assume that I would just get mad because I used to be a very angry little girl. And I didn't like that either. I didn't like how they still saw me like that. And if they still saw me like that, I would explain to them that I'm not like that. It's like, why are they assuming that? And they say, oh, well, I know you this and that. Like, you don't know me. You don't know how much I've changed. You don't know what I have been through, what I'm going through, how I'm feeling. You are not me. You don't feel what I am feeling. And a lot of people just didn't get the picture, and they would still automatically assume I'm feeling a certain type of way. So I let those people go. I built a boundary, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to allow nobody to automatically assume I'm feeling a certain type of way. I'm not going to deal with that. And I'm not going to over explain myself either. If they see it like that, that's on them. There can be multiple reasons why you are not expressing your emotions, where you're not just screaming, crying, laughing, being happy whenever you feel like feeling those emotions. Maybe because your emotions weren't accepted as a child. When you're a kid and you fall or something, you hurt yourself. What do you feel like doing? You're in pain. You feel like crying. And then what do the parents say? Don't cry. People are going to see you. People are going to think you're weak, this and that. And that's where you build that mentality of, oh, I can't cry because I'm going to be seen as weak. Like, no, crying doesn't mean you're weak. It's the cycle. Parents that do that, probably their parents were like that too. And it's time to break those cycles, because you don't want to then be telling your kids that. You don't want them to think that crying means that they are weak, because that's not true. Then they're going to have difficulties expressing their emotions, expressing, crying. They're not ever going to want to cry, and they're going to create blockages. Their energy is not going to be flowing right, and they're going to develop physical symptoms because of those blockages that have been created inside. Your upbringing has a lot to do with why you don't express your feelings, why you're afraid to express your feelings, why you're trying to numb yourself. Maybe you were like me and started numbing your feelings at a very young age in order to just not feel anything. That's not the way to go. It just makes things worse. Your feelings are going to come up again, and 10 times, 10 times that original feeling, 10 times worse. I didn't want to feel anything because of how my upbringing was, of why not to feel a certain way, because girls shouldn't get angry. And that's one mistake that a lot of parents sadly do. And it's again because probably, what they went through, how they grew up, what their parents told them about their feelings. It's time to, heal. You need to heal that. That's why we need to heal. Don't avoid your feelings. Feel them. Let your emotions be. Let your emotions come up. Because that's the first step to letting go. You want to feel them. And then ask yourself, why are you feeling like this? And you want to let them go in a healthy way. And see, is there anything I need to learn from this? Any boundaries I need to set? Like, what can I do about this? Even if you have to go back to old feelings, let them come up, feel them, because they're still in here and you want to be able to move on and let them go. How are you going to enjoy things, enjoy life, and be in the present moment if you're holding on to the past? You're holding on to past emotions. You're holding on to people from your past, onto past memories. You need to let go of people. They're from your past. You're growing, you're outgrowing them. And if they're not willing to grow and if they're just holding you back, it's time to go. It's time for them to go. It's time to let them go. When you learn to just process your emotions and just feel, you'll be able to control your emotions. Being in control of your emotions is so powerful. You'll just protect yourself. You'll protect your peace, your happiness with future situations and just future people. You'll just know how to handle your emotions, how to handle anything that comes towards your way, how to react. You will probably not even react. No reaction is a reaction. And you just won't react negatively to how you used to. You'll learn how to handle your emotions and not let them take over. Not let them control you, not let them control your life. When you're having a conversation with somebody and you just need a moment, take a moment. Go outside, write. I used to carry a little journal with me and I would just write however I was feeling. I'll write, I'll meditate, I'll do some breath work, scream. If I feel like crying, cry. I don't care about nobody judging me because I'm going to let it out. I'm not going to hold it in for anybody. I'm not going to hide my true self. I'm going to express my authentic self, and that is practicing self-love, and that is practicing self-care. I'm taking care of me. I'm taking care of my feelings. I'm taking care of my body. I'm taking care of me spiritually, emotionally, mentally. I don't want to have this negative buildup inside of me. I don't want none of my chakras to be off balance. Like, you guys, when I used to not express my thoughts, my feelings, especially when I would hold in or cry so badly, I would feel something right here on my throat. But later on, I realized that it was my throat chakra. You guys, like, I don't know if you guys have ever felt this. When you just hold in or cry and you like feel this thing right here, dude, it's your throat chakra. Because I'm telling you, you manifest physical symptoms and it's creating this blockage, this buildup. You're not letting it flow. And I was like, dude, when I started learning about energies and all that, about the chakras, I was like, that is crazy. Like, it all made sense, and I don't want to feel like that ever again. I don't want to create blockages. I was like, I'm gonna just express myself however I feel. When I was holding in back a thought or a feeling of not saying what I felt and what I thought about a certain situation, not speaking up for me, that also hurt me. That hurt my throat chakra because I'm not communicating the real me. I'm not communicating my thoughts and my feelings. That hurts. That hurts your chakra. And it's with any chakra. When I just didn't want to see things for how they were, my third eye, it's like I'd get this headache, my third eye telling me, dude, see it. Like, you're just playing all these things, all these scenarios. See it as it is. My intuition, I would have a feeling, your gut feeling. My intuition, it's the same thing. I'd get this feeling like, when I wouldn't follow my intuition and when I would fight it. It's very interesting, but it's crazy how it works. We don't see it as these things, but then when you learn about it, you're like, it makes sense. I was done hurting myself. I was done hiding my true self. I wanted to express me. I wanted to express my feelings, the real me, no matter what. I wanted to speak my truth, and right now with my podcast, I speak my truth. What's true to me. It might not be true to you. You might not relate to it. You might not find it, I don't know, useful. I don't know. I speak my truth from my experience, and that seems to hurt a lot of people. I don't know why. If it's my experience and it's my truth, it's my life, it shouldn't hurt you. I'm here to inspire, and I'm here to help my peeps love themselves. I'm here to help my peeps practice self-care, self-love, speaking my truth, my life, what I've been through, what has helped me become a better version of me. And I'm not at my best version. I'm documenting my journey, and I love talking about it. I love speaking my truth. I feel like if it helps out one person, it's amazing how much you can actually help somebody. Even you, if you're wanting to start a podcast or whatever it is, start it. Speak your truth. If you feel like you need to speak on a certain topic, speak on it. If you need to speak on your life, on your experiences, on your sobriety, on your self-love journey, on whatever it is that you want to speak on it. Express your feelings, okay? I express my feelings. Go follow the vibes on Threads. But on Threads, I speak my feelings, you guys. I speak my thoughts. And that literally seems to affect a lot of people in a bad way, which it's not my intention. My intentions are pure and they're positive. People get all defensive, I mean, it is what it is. I know that hate's there. Hate's always going to be there. I don't react to it. I protect my peace, my energy, my feelings. I express my feelings, and I'm going to express my feelings about certain topics. Shit I've been through. I'm going to express my feelings about alcohol, about weed, about coke, about escaping, about numbing my feelings. I'm going to speak on that because I experienced that. And I have feelings about them, and I'm going to express them. And if you don't like them, then that's on you. If you don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine. If you want to go speak on your feelings towards it, do it. It's time to express our feelings. I'm not afraid of my truth. Don't be afraid of your truth.